and we traveled.
We're back. Kamala is talking. We're gonna do a quick recap from when we left because the ongoing stories continue to and develop. Anyway, just pull butt to the cameras. So who cares?
And as you know,
So like, there's
as
that.
the right
Then there's her.
for liberty.
Right. Then there's that hat.
Initiative 75.
Oh yeah, she gave a speech. I caught a smidge of it. You know, she kills it.
Making sure that the city's police paid the lowest priority attention to marijuana-related prosecution, and that initiative, when it took effect, it was highly successful. I'm reading from a Stranger article in 2005 that pointed out that there was a 67% reduction in arrests, prosecutions, and jail sentences connected to marijuana use. And that was in the period preceding the statewide initiative that then legalized all marijuana use. So, I mentioned that to point out that in reality, the Democrats on the City Council have zero excuses to not vote yes on this legislation because it's nothing new. It's been done before for marijuana, and it played a role in helping towards marijuana legalization. This time, the case, if anything, is even more compelling because we are talking about human lives, especially those who are the most oppressed. So I urge the City Council to vote yes on this legislation. If you're interested in co-sponsoring, I invite you to co-sponsor this legislation with me. And most importantly, I invite you to fight alongside me for the People's Budget Amendment to fully fund abortion-related care. But most importantly, it is up to working people and the rank and file of the labor movement and progressive labor and social justice leaders to make sure that the City Council here and the Democrats on the City Council do the right thing and vote yes on this legislation. Thank you. 75, which 3, this is not there is available.
Oh dang.
An abortion-related People's Budget Amendment to the city budget to make sure that all abortion care and abortion-related care is fully funded, as Emily MacArthur pointed out, by expanding the Amazon tax or by instituting other taxes on big corporations and the wealthy, and making sure that abortion care is available to anybody who seeks it, whether you live in Seattle.
Honestly, like, I know Zeke says Seattle's a bit more complicated. So what I'll say is it does seem like sucking Amazon dry is only a stopgap to the problem. But, you know, it's good to see she was there kicking ass and shit. See how that ongoing story goes. That guy's doing the thing.
The
Right.
court's ruling, PPMW
So
will
there's
not waver to help
whatever
ensure
that-
every person, regardless of
They're
race,
giving speeches.
income level, or where they live, has the ability to make their own decisions about their bodies and their...
What was it?
We also launched our
That's great.
And just a quick side note.
And they were giving a bunch of speeches there.
Are old,
Big
white,
crowd.
conservative people that do not represent this country.
A lot of cliched attacks at the Supreme Court justices and stuff, by the way. It's been funny, I guess. So you see, it's DC, right? It's DC right now.
Great. So what I want to say is, you know, we are the change. What we have to do is talk to our people, talk to our employers, talk to our friends.
A lot of weird shit going on. Also, don't blame me.
This is an issue for the people.
That's a good and bad thing with like the youth, right? You know, the youth, you need their energy, but youth, they're fucking, they don't know what the fuck they're talking about. They never, you know, they don't know what to do in this situation, so they say some weird ass shit.
Yeah.
There's Jackson, Mississippi, right?
Grouping of people.
I don't know what
of
that is.
different viewpoints.
Oh, I know what that is.
That money,
I'm telling you,
that
bro. It's the return of Brother Lynch Hung, the coat hanger strangler.
Defenders are doctors.
Yep.
I know that won't happen. I will.
Nope.
Only us here.
Yep.
In our
Nope.
Live in a world where you have to raise a child that's starving.
So, tonight you got LA on the scene. Is that Ruth? Oh, God, I hope not. Oh, man. There's some of that. All right, so now we got LA on the board.
Issue. We have
Sack
situations
town.
like Uvalde, and what all they want to
Politicians left and right acting like they give a shit. They're like, fuck, man, people in the streets, we got to give some propaganda to calm them down that, hey, we took your rights, we took away another one of your rights, but don't worry about that. We'll pretend to do stuff, and in a little bit you'll forget about it.
have issues of on demand.
If you governor, you
Them in mind.
Folks are like everybody, because as we said, they're not just coming.
There's Louisville, Elville.
I made my fucking little gas sign, put on my tightest shirt, drove up the and I said, gays for reproductive rights, motherfucker.
What is?
Because
We get give him a running start.
people,
Oh no,
this
he
is
does.
a
He's got the
human
Ukraine.
rights issue.
Oh no.
This
I believe. Hard to tell.
They're coming for your fucking uterus. They're coming for
No,
my
I think
women,
that's
for my
Rainbow.
husband.
Okay, I think that's
reminded
Rainbow.
that
Man, what
on the
is?
streets of-
All right,
These
that's.
people have no. I was. Actually, to shut the system. So that's what it stands for. What do you do?
Shit now.
Everywhere you can, anytime you
It's
can.
Nashville.
Because it is so much of a fight, but it's so much easier to keep democracy than to win it.
I don't want to. I don't want to hear shit about democracy.
That we did. That if we
to get anti-choice guys, be loud, be
Who was the VP? Tim Kaine. Who was the VP to Hillary? That was anti-abortion. All right, so now you got Grand Rapids on. Now New York City's on. You got New Haven, Connecticut. You've got. No, that's it for that. We'll watch this. We'll go up. We'll fast forward in time a smidge. There's AC. Yeah, I saw that. So the ACLU of Kentucky, Planned Parenthood. I don't know if like there's been a bunch of dudes in like shirts like this and shit that I think. So we'll see. Like I don't know. You think that I think have some affiliation with either them, or in generally the topic, but I'm not sure. Atlanta was on the scene until the camera froze. Okay.
and I for one choose to follow God before any court of men.
What? I don't have time to debunk all of this shit. Get the fuck out of here. It's the most propagandized country in the world. Motherfuckers.
Also has the highest infant mortality rate.
Yeah. Good point.
When reproductive rights are under attack, what do? Stand
Oh, I've heard this. Oh, alright, well. And then Orlando came on. But they were saying a lot of stuff in Spanish. I was confused.
People who make the decision to end a pregnancy
It'll be
are
there.
mothers.
Watch this.
And actually, I was on documentation
Wait.
status based on taking away the rights of millions of. Understand me?
abortions. The SCOTUS
Oh, yeah. So the big one, I saw this in Boston, and I was like, well, gotta cover it. And I was like, Boston out there, that deep. I was like, because, you know, New York, they'll get out no matter what. DC's locale, they'll get out pretty much no matter, right? But, you know, when you started seeing the usual, the Louisvilles, the Orlandos, the ones we mentioned earlier, and then you see the big ones like Boston, Beantown, you're like, all right, we'll keep an eye on it. We got something. Yo, Flint, stand up. Let's go. not a big fan of. I don't know where all this is coming from. Like a politician setting up this up and giving speeches and having an open mic after. Like, what is going on? Like, yeah, anything less than viewing this as a complete failure of all your politicians and shit is like doomed for a repeat. And then Portland, Maine on the map. Oh, shit.
Your little boy is proud of you too. Has your little one with her. By our ability to become pregnant or not, care for a young
So this was a weird moment when you got like this and this happening simultaneously. I always be weary. I'm just saying it's not good sign you see that with the news. That Louisville going through the streets. You got New York going through the streets. You got more New York. You got DC still around here. You Orlando. You got your speech. Boston. I mean, it says they're going around the Boston Common, but the other shot we saw, they were just sitting there. But obviously, some people are walking too. I mean, it's interesting. I'd be hesitant on this. Liberals, they good for coming out when shit first happens, but, when day 2 comes and nothing changes, they're the type that are going to slowly sit down and shut the fuck up, as opposed to being like, they don't fucking care. What we say, we need to go back out there. And they don't view it that way. They'll view it like, we'll wait till next election to try to get our rights back that we cared so much about on the first day. And that's what I'm heavily worried about with this. But it is one of those in-your-face issues that, like, affects, like, the average person more than it affects the ruling class. Well, yeah, sure, we'll go with that to make it simple. Like the old adage that they could find a way if they wanted. I don't know, that's on them. But I'm just saying, would be more difficult to, especially the media is going to play this up big. Because they can, it's not even on their hands. So, and that was kind of why I said the Supreme Court's always kind of been like, that's been I don't know if that's like the modern issue with it or like that was always going to be a flaw, but like it's really fucked everything up in the last, 22 years, I guess. Like its inability to operate from a default standpoint as opposed to the laziest version. Like what I mean, like, so like either Bush won or he didn't. Either Gore or Bush. Either the Supreme Court should be without a shadow of a doubt ruling on that. It should have been. We are very confident that Bush won based on we did extensive, exhaustive time research and recounting all this other shit. But instead, they did all their bullshit and Democrats stand down and you watch the Michael Moore doc and all that shit. And I'm like, so and then now you've seen the Supreme Court legalize gay marriage and then get rid of this now because of how it's packed and being used as a political tool and all that other bullshit that goes. This is such a deep issue, but the simplistic version of it is, and see, there's the gun stuff too that they're gonna bring. It's tough, man. It's really tough, but. I don't know. This is, it's ongoing. So, like, I can't give you much of a take. There's Austin on the board, boys. Where's AJ? AJ's like, well, we got these these localists. Oh, no. There's Chattanooga. I ain't doing these jokes.
Of us tell our stories, others will tell their stories.
There's Columbia, South Carolina on the board. There's a shot at Nashville. You got your DC. Portland, Maine is fucking big out there. Damn. Woof. Well, Austin, boys, they get weird in Austin. They deep. Not sure about that one. And that one's like 152. But that's just because they're circling around somebody speaking. It's not going to have a ton.
by my abuser.
Oh.
And how I've been fighting a fucking anxiety attack. I have never published.
Alright, so we got... Is there gonna be Lincoln, Nebraska? And... We got Knoxville. I mean...
16 that I did not.
Wait a minute.
Else, Vince's fiance, help me take responsibility.
But we're gonna stop them. We've done it. We've done it once. We're gonna do it again, and we're gonna keep going back.
Says the fucking mayor's there.
Keep abortion legal here in Nebraska.
We're talking like... This is getting dumb.
See all of you at the polls. We're gonna see all of you at the Capitol.
What?
We're gonna see all of you writing and calling and volunteering. Thank you, Kim. We're gonna see all of you supporting practical support for those in our community who need access to abortion. Supporting organizations like Nebraska Abortion Resources who desperately need
that is Nebraska.
Folks in our community who need access to abortion. And we're going to do this together. Every step of the way, we're going to do this together. And we will win. Now, I know that many of you have seen folks with clipboards walking around with flyers. There are so many opportunities to take action in the next coming weeks and months. And I need every one of you to be there.
Oh.
I didn't say it.
What? What? I don't know what's going on here, boys. What?
So I want to thank you all for being here, and I want to see you continue to have the same energy and outrage and determination, and carry that through the rest of this fight. And I know we can do this. We will keep abortion legal. We will keep abortion legal. Thank you very much.
Well, you did it. You're welcome.
Don't talk to cops. It's always good advice.
Yes, there's some good
And
advice.
the last thing is just to anti-choicers everywhere, including on the Supreme Court. You can't force us to stay pregnant. Fuck your decisions. We're making our own.
Our under attack. What do we do? When queer rights are under attack, what do we do? Stand up, fight back. What do we do? Stand up, fight back. What do we do? Stand up, fight back. That's right, y'all. So the next speaker that we got today, the next speaker that we have is Ava from Socialist Alternative, and give her a big round of applause.
Oh, what? Uh-oh.
Hi everyone, my name is Eva, and I'm a member of Socialist Alternative. I work as a barista at Starbucks, and I work as a nanny.
It's a lot of jobs.
The overturning of Roe is the greatest attack on women and trans people in over 50 years. Tens of millions live in the 13 states where trigger bans have been enacted, and getting an abortion now means breaking the law. This will weigh most heavily on poor and working class people who will have to skip work and travel hundreds of miles to receive an abortion. Make no mistake, this will lead to a sharp rise in dangerous abortions. Truly, millions of lives are at risk with this ruling. But like others have said, it doesn't stop at abortion. Clarence Thomas believes that the court should overturn the right to contraceptives and gay marriage next.
These are punchlines. Come on.
This is just the latest right-wing attacks. These attacks are only getting more ferocious. Do we need to stand up to fight against them? Yeah, we do. We're gonna stand up to fight against them.
like Clarence Thomas wants to ban the right to go fuck yourself. Oh, come on, no! Sounds like a Ted Cruz kind of guy.
Who's against us and who is standing in our way.
Oh, man. Man, who's...
It's old news that
who's the president while this is going on? Hell. Ironically, you haven't seen him unless he was on somewhere else, but Homeboy would have covered it, so... That robot ass, yeah, fucking got Mala spouting bullshit. Like, you got a whole bunch of bullshitters trying to save face. Fuck, man.
The law or using the leaked ruling as a launching pad for organized protests, the Democrats have sat back on their hands and done nothing meaningful, even with control of the House.
No
the
shit.
Senate and the White House.
Okay.
Even progressives in the squad
Get 'em.
call for mass action following the leak either.
No shit.
Truthfully, the Democrats haven't ever intended to take this fight seriously.
Nope.
They
No.
refused to write Roe into law when Obama had a supermajority
Got
in
him.
Congress.
Saw him down.
But since the leak, the impending axe gangs over Roe v. Wade, these politicians have just been telling us to vote harder
Yep.
and are using the right to an abortion as a fundraising
Yep. Holy shit.
with empty words and promises anymore.
This is Bean Tower.
By contrast, what did we do? Socialists called for an action on the day of the leak, and over 2,000 of us came out to protest. That's right. Socialists called for that action, and socialists called for this one today. Thousands of high school and college students all across the country led walkouts for abortion rights. That's right.
Poor crowd.
These students boldly marching into struggle inspired 100 residents, nurses, doctors, and students at Tufts Medical Center right down.
Oh, I got him. My God. She went for the kill shot. You gotta say that from the Indio speech, man. You can't be... Holy shit.
Who's against us? That's right. These students boldly marching into struggle inspired 100 residents, nurses, doctors, and students at Tufts Medical Center right down the street.
Ah, fuck. It might have froze, maybe.
Don't
Come on, boys.
action in the country to defend reproductive.
She killed it too good, bro. It broke the fucking stream. See, I'm telling you, man. I wonder if they're still on Twitch.
Across the country, led
Now this stream broke. I think. Hang on, we'll be back, boys. Hold steady.